Hello everybody, welcome to another Zabbix video. This time we are talking about Docker container monitoring. There is official Zabbix template which utilizes Zabbix Agent 2 to accomplish the task. But for my preference, I would like to do some modifications, and there is a reason for that, because there is a widget available, called top hosts widget, which allows to provide which hosts are leading in terms of CPU usage or memory usage. And if we utilize this widget, then we can kind of get the understanding which container is the leader in terms of CPU or in terms of memory or network. And the default template is not it. The data is there, but the visualization is not there. If you need a table to really order by resource consumption, it's close to impossible to do so. So inside this video, I will remaster the official template, and the key thing is to use host prototypes. So the outcome will be there will be a virtual host object per every container. If you have a lot of Docker hosts, then obviously we cannot name the containers with the same style. Otherwise, there will be some conflicting going on with the low-level discovery rule. But as long as all the container names are unique, then we can apply this solution to all the Docker hosts. Another interesting reason is starting with Zabbix 7.0, we have asynchronous collection for agent passive checks. Usually, if you are user of this channel, I always advertise the awesomeness of active checks. This will be exception. In order to accomplish this excellent table for the Docker host, the approach will be to use passive checks. Okay, let's have a look. Here on screen there is official template. I have applied this template to one single host. To proceed forward, I will, I always recommend to clone the official template. So later on, when we use a script to renew all the templates to update all the Zabbix solutions, then it's convenient to not use the stock one. Okay, so this will be the clone. And also, since I brought up the thing about individual container monitoring, the way how we accomplish that is by creating another child template. So this will be called Docker by Zabbix Agent 2. Individual monitoring. Okay, this will belong to the modules. Okay, let's call it different. Per container. Okay, add. So right now, I will not use the official one. We will have modified template over here, and this is right now a very blank template. Actually, before I go forward, I will also create dedicated host group. Host groups will be create group Docker containers, something like that. Okay, add. So we have a dedicated group. So here, there will be individual host objects or individual containers. Okay, now the journey. Let's actually relink my only a host which is using the stock template. I will use unlink button here. Docker by Zabbix. And by the way, this is only the underlying server use Zabbix Agent 2. This is not possible with Zabbix Agent 1, so Agent 2 is mandatory. Update. And now to the modification, going to the templates. So now this template is running on my host, and inside the discovery section we have container discovery, and key thing will be I will enable this host prototypes type of functionality. And there is actually one interesting thing inside, which is if we open the host objects, actually let's click here, templates, and click here. Now inside the items we can see the style of naming the containers, and we see like the container is named / and then the name of the container, and it's causing trouble inside the host prototypes. The / is a special symbol, and I need to get rid of this symbol. And by the way, this symbol comes from this macro. This is the LLD macro #name. So what I will do is I will kind of introduce another dimension which will create like an alias of this name, but the alias will not have this /. Let's do it right now. To do so, container discovery, open the preprocessing, add JavaScript preprocessing, and inside the preprocessing we will use this universal approach, which practically is iterating through the JSON, and it's just adding another dimension, like this line 8 is another dimension. And what we are doing, we are deleting the first line from the name of the container. Like this time, I decide to not use the / because it's a special character. I just set like the line, the beginning of the line, and just remove the first character. And the new alias will be called dname in this situation. So this is quite universal. JSON, I keep it always in my cheat sheet, how to enable like extra dimension, how to inject like extra dimension with the help of low-level discovery. Okay, so this will be used for the new host name, apply, update. And now here host prototypes, create prototype, and we will call it container, and from the clipboard the name. The templates will be per I will link that empty template. So this is how to do individual monitoring. And host group Docker container. So this I just made it a minute ago. And that's it. Like interfaces, this will be the thing. Like since it's taking the very same interface as it's working right now, this is the position where the asynchronous checks will start to help. Like it will create these new host objects that they will be passive hosts. Like the fetching will always happen from proxy. Yeah, and the key thing now is like this Docker container name. It must be in macro section over here, and here I will introduce another like $name. So the new child template, this template Docker by Zabbix per container, this template will receive like this user macro, and inside the value it will be the name of the container. And if we see the documentation, then we can study that there is native keys available for Zabbix Agent 2, how to fetch stats for any container if we just give the name of the container. Okay, add. Next step. We need to like supply few items inside the child template. I will open this guy in I guess I will go to the discovery list. Here is the container discovery, 40 items, and I will steal a little bit like certain definitions, CPU memory, so because they are usually very useful. So let's open this thing. And if we look here on the item type, click here on the column, and we see like only two passive items are collecting, and actually most of the stats can be done by using this get stats in single key. So I will use this thing inside the child template, copy, going here to that new template I just made, and the new template is here, items, create item, this is passive item, click from the clipboard, and since I'm passing this user macro to this template, so instead of LLD macro I need to use $name. Okay, and this will be the raw item. It will be called get stats. Yes, and this is like some sort of textual data every 1 minute, and we don't want to store the historical data. Add, and now the most precious metrics must be CPU and memory. We will click here button, create dependent item. Actually, there is a mistake. Here we need that /. Yes, like this. Update. And click create dependent item. And now we will steal the CPU. How to do the CPU monitoring. Here it is. CPU % usage. Let's have a look. The item key does not matter here. I can copy it here, and actually we don't even need this at all. So I will use something like that. It will be a decimal number, something like percentage, and CPU % usage. Let's add like prefix docker. CPU % usage, and the magical step from here, where is that metric located inside the JSON. Giving it over here, click, come on. Okay, decimal number, let's see, yeah, it should be enough. Add. Let's add the second metric, the CPU, I mean the memory usage. Okay, click, let's copy this guy. And maybe even okay, get stats, dependent item, paste, and let's add docker memory usage. The item key does not matter, it's a dependent item. Memory usage will be bytes, and the pre-processing is this, and it's a JSON path. Okay, add. And that's everything. Like, we are ready to almost visit the dashboard. I will just increase the frequency or execute manually the Docker container discovery. Click, and here selecting the discovery, execute now, and in the next 10 seconds it should kind of like add hosts over here, and it's done already. 8 containers are registered, and they are hosts right now. If I click here hosts, these are my containers which is running inside one Docker host. So let's create this dashboard, like the thing we really want to use, and let's have like container usage. Add, and this will be the so we will use top host widget. I will use this other one, which is you will see like what's the benefit of Monsphere. And now I will add the columns, host name, and the host name will be here this is the one, host group, docker containers, and now the values. And so container CPU container, why I'm writing incorrectly, I don't know. Templates, and here Docker CPU usage. So this is the item I want to grab. Click and select, and let's call it CPU usage, like this. This will be decimal number. Add, and the last one is the memory usage. Click, copy, and over here, and memory usage. Click, memory usage, and that's it. Job done. 0 over here, and add, and so we have 3 columns. Add, and here you go, like the table is there. And the reason I'm using this alternative widget, top hosts, because it allows sorting on the fly. Here we click memory usage, click a single quick click here, like 1 GB, and then it's decreasing. If we want to know the hottest containers, we click on the column, click, and voila, it is on top, and we can jump between with a single click. If you want to have the same widget, I will give some hints inside the video description. Let's add a little bit more columns to that template, just to items and more items dependent. And another one I would say is beneficial to use, for example, current bids count. This one. And so I will copy and put it over here. The item key does not matter. Click. This is integer, and we need JSON path. Click. And that is everything. Okay. Add. And let's create the network. Click. Dependent item. And the network is network bytes received per second. This is the one. Click. Item key does not matter. Click. And this is the bytes unit, and the pre-processing is JSON path with this very syntax. Custom on fail. If it fails, then reset, and we want to have simple change per second. Okay, bytes received per second, add, and the other one is easy. Just open this, clone, change one letter, T, bytes sent, and here again one letter, RT. Add. Let's add these missing metrics inside the dashboard. Click. Edit dashboard, edit this guy, adding, and I forgot to add the prefix. That's my problem. Click, and I want to use like this guy. Click, and click, update, and for the bids as well. Okay. And Docker current bids, let's put it over here. Yes, 0, add, and those metric, the network, not network stuff, this is the name of the item, or putting it here. Okay, network like that. Add. And this will be sent. Click and click. Okay, add. Everything is done. Apply. Since I guess I just added a few seconds ago, and that's the reason it's not coming. Yeah, for my preference, the last bit is just a little bit coloring over here. Like we can add colors if the numbers go high. To do so, like for example, for the bids, let's like move this side away. Okay, I cannot see bids. That's sad. Edit, but the way how I do is I set the base color white. Add like 3 colors, those are kind of reddish a little bit, and then like add 20, 30, 40, add. That's for the bids. Memory, same approach, like base color white, add 3 colors, something like that. Click, and then set like 50 megabytes, 100 megabytes, 500 megabytes, add, and for the CPU usage something similar, maybe white, add, click, and then CPU usage, I don't know, 0.20, 0.5 and 1 point something, update and update. And a little bit mashed up, but still click. One click over here, it sorts by CPU, sorting by memory, 1 gigabyte, sorting by how many PIDs are inside the container. Yeah, that is everything. I hope you did learn something new. Like the beauty of this tutorial is like sticking what's available natively, like this top host widget, not the one which is used by me, but you can still use the original top host widget just to at least sort by one column, and then like it's your preference which column will be the leaders, and it's a nice table which always like highlights the highest memory saturation, and I think it's a good use. Okay, if you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.